Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Thank you for putting a like on these videos. I see how that kind of helps spread these videos, so I appreciate that. All right, let's get right to it. Several tropical waves. This is normal. I'm not seeing any signs of development. I want to show you some of the wind shear out there. I want to get a look at the peak of hurricane season, and we'll get a look at the rain totals. We'll go island by island, but we have several tropical waves, 5 right through here. 2 in particular that are impacting the Caribbean. Now there's actually another one sitting over here on the eastern Pacific side. So this is that tropical train, those disturbances that come off the coast of Africa. These are tropical waves above our head. They're not ocean waves. These are atmospheric waves, those areas of disturbed weather that move across in the trade wind. So one sitting from the Cayman Islands south through Honduras and Nicaragua, and another tropical wave is right near Puerto Rico down through the ABC Islands. Now, these tropical waves they're not going to bring rain for all of us. Example, ABC Islands, we have been dry, and I've been talking about that the last few days. A lot of welcome rain for some of us, but others, we're still dry. Some of the showers have just been missing out on us, but you see an increased chance of rain in the northern Caribbean again, and we're still seeing more moisture pumping in toward the eastern Caribbean. So I want to break that down with the computer models. I want to show you some of the dry air though in a second. First, here's another tropical wave. We've got another one right about here and one that is just coming off the coast of Africa. And as the season goes on, some of these will start to develop. Right now, the water temperature is a little bit too cool sitting out here. Plus, these are fighting some dry air. This is our dry air tracker looking at the mid-levels of the atmosphere. So what's going on above our heads. And you see some of this orange in here. That's some of the dry air. So the air, there's not a lot of moisture around for these things to help feed off of, which is a good thing for us to a degree. We don't need a hurricane developing, but we do need some rain. And in some of this dry air, there is some dust around. Some of us still dealing with some of those pockets of Saharan dust. Now, I also don't expect development because as these, I'll show you the model in a second, as these tropical waves move across, there's a lot of wind shear. These tropical waves are moving in this direction, moving off to the west. Above our heads, we have wind shear moving in this direction. So that kind of cuts their thunderstorms apart and doesn't allow them to develop. So the wind shear, very important as we get into that upcoming season. Now, this month, there may not be a whole lot of action as far as name systems out there. Usually, there's about 1 on average in the month of June. We're going to start to see some signs soon that things could start to develop. But the real peak of the season is August, September, and October. It goes into the fall. The hurricane season doesn't end until the end of November. In the middle and end of the season is typically very active, and it will be very active this season. As we're transitioning into a global change, we get to more of a La Nina weather pattern, and that's going to really kick in this summer, and that means it's going to be very active later on. So hopefully not a lot of action, at least early, and then hopefully things change down the road for the better. Wait and see, though. We'll wait and see what comes our way. We'll track it storm by storm together. Now look what's happening today. Here's one of our computer models. I check the American and the European. I check all the models, but they're very much in line. This here, the American model. See Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, some rain. Scattered showers and storms still near the Cayman Islands, but Jamaica, scattered showers and storms. Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic back through Puerto Rico, more isolated areas of flooding. And we'll watch out for that mudslide potential because you can see tomorrow still some rain really just south of the Turks and Caicos. And then look at this, anywhere from Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, South St. Lucia, Barbados. We'll see that next tropical wave moving in. You see some of the moisture there. So it's not a big blob of rain, but at least we have that chance of rain. Let me stop the clock here. This is our Wednesday afternoon. Northern Caribbean still seeing some of the rain. Not as much for us in the Bahamas as that week goes on. Guyana and Suriname, still some of those areas of flooding. And then we'll see some scattered showers trying to make a run at Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent, the Grenadines. But by the end of the week, we're going to start to see this, and I hope this happens. This is very critical right here. Look at this map. Look at the rain. Still watching some areas of flooding and some scattered showers. But this over here are first signs that we could finally get a little more rain near Belize and the Yucatan of Mexico, some spots we need it, parts of Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, and parts of Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. We've been seeing some of the rain. So if this holds, this would be welcome news. I was talking about how the deep into the first and really second week of June, we get some more rain back toward Central America, and it looks like that trend is holding. So right on track from what we have been talking about for weeks and weeks. I think like we were looking ahead to June since April. We were trying to find some of the rain. It's on track from what we've been talking about together. Now, 3-day rain totals: eastern Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, scattered storms back through Puerto Rico, scattered areas of rain, some repeat rain showers. Some spots will get over 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain. We had that in some locations yesterday in Puerto Rico. Now, the Bahamas, not as much as we had this weekend. Still a decent chance of showers. Southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos for today. Then we swing here anywhere from the British U.S. Virgin Islands all the way down through Antigua, Barbuda, get back toward Dominica. This is that next batch. We'll see a chance of some scattered showers today, but especially tomorrow, that rain chance will be a little higher. And look at some of these higher totals: 75 millimeters or 3 inches of rain or more. But you see how it's kind of a broken area of rain. So some of us, maybe not a whole lot, but others getting dumped on. But that is some welcome rain. Watching that near Statia, St. Martin, St. Bart's for that elevated chance of rain, St. Kitts and Nevis. Then we get down in our southern tier, Martinique South, still seeing some of those scattered showers, especially tomorrow near Martinique, St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago. Not as much for us. With that said, we're still going to see the chance of some scattered showers, and maybe deeper into the week where we'll get a better chance of rain. We'll get into that in a moment with the forecast. And you see here as we get toward Guyana and Suriname, still some scattered showers. Suriname, still a few higher totals in Guyana. Not as wet, though, as we had last week. And here are the higher totals. Parts of Colombia again. Watching northern Venezuela, but more so Colombia, back toward Panama, Costa Rica, where we'll see some totals of 150 millimeters of rain or 6 inches of rain just over the next 3 days in this sector. As you get toward the Pacific side here of Nicaragua, some of the higher totals. In Honduras, scattered showers and storms. And hopefully by the end of the week, we'll see some of this rain spreading to parts of Belize and more parts of Mexico. So that is the hope, and that's what we'll be tracking. More scattered rain and storms back through the central sections of the U.S. You see that system, kind of a little area of low pressure trying to depart the Bahamas, but still feeding in some of that moisture. Mexico, it's only an isolated chance of a storm, but watching over toward the eastern Pacific side, could be a little flare-up of some development, but really not a lot in the way of development, Atlantic and the Pacific side. So here's that blob of rain that a lot of us have been dealing with. As that kind of shifts to the north, it still pulls in some rain and storms, and then there's that next tropical wave moving in. This is by our Tuesday afternoon. Scattered storms, you see them right here over toward parts of the U.S. And then as we work forward, let me stop it here on our Wednesday afternoon, scattered showers across much of the Caribbean. But as we get toward the end of the week, we'll see some of this moisture just kind of feeding up to the north by the time we hit Thursday. So totals in the short term, Belize back through Mexico, not high at all. A very straight chance of a shower or storm over the next 3 days. But Thursday into Friday, that is the hope that we start to get some of this rain moving across. Atlantic region of Canada, like we were talking about yesterday, just that spin around, kind of a broad spin, bringing in some breezy conditions and that chance of some of the showers. See that spin right there, spinning in some of those showers as we hit our Tuesday afternoon. Scattered showers in Newfoundland, not as much as you get over towards, say, New Brunswick. And then as we get into Wednesday, still kind of that broad spin with that chance of scattered showers. And we'll keep an eye on that next system getting closer to Toronto by the time we get into Wednesday. So Jamaica, scattered showers and storms. Thank you for leaving all of the comments about what you're getting or not getting. I do appreciate that. 20 to 30% chance of some spotty showers in the Cayman Islands. Trinidad and Tobago for the next 3 days, we're looking at a 30 to 40% chance. Elevated chance, though, in Barbados, both today and then tomorrow. I showed you that little surge of moisture trying to move in tomorrow. We'll see that in St. Lucia with that 60% chance of rain in St. Lucia. Grenada, we're looking at a 40 to 50% chance the next 2 days. Hopefully we get some scattered showers around. Hopefully St. Vincent the Grenadines, we're going to be right on the edge of some of that rain. And then as you see, as we start to work to the north, that's where some of the rain chances are higher. Tomorrow in Martinique, a 60% chance. Tomorrow in Dominica, up to a 60% chance of rain. We've already had some good rain over the last few days. Guadalupe, a 50 to 60% chance. And there's that elevated chance, even Antigua and Barbuda, tomorrow, 50% chance. St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat, we're up to about a 50% chance of rain for tomorrow. Elevated chance Tuesday and Wednesday in Gwilla and St. Bart's. Not all day rain, but that chance of some showers. And there's that 50% chance tomorrow. St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. Puerto Rico, some areas of flooding. There's going to be some downpours. We'll see some spots again around 4 inches or 100 millimeters of rain the next couple of days, and keeping it unsettled right through the U.S. and British Virgin Islands. Rain chance holding at 40% in the Bahamas, mainly the southern Bahamas, and we swing back toward the Turks and Caicos. The best chance of rain would be today and then dropping off after that. Watching out for some heavy areas of rain, though, as we get back toward the Dominican Republic and Haiti. And if you get some heavier rain, that is going to lead to some flooding and some isolated areas of mudslides. Belize rain chance limited, but let's see together what happens later this week. Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, rain chance stays on the small side. Even with these tropical waves moving in, they'll eventually clip us by with some more moisture as we get down the road throughout this month. Guyana, rain chance 60-70%, but it was more like 90 to 100 last week. About a 60 to 70% chance in Suriname. Cuba, isolated storms around eastern end, better chance of the rain and storms. Costa Rica and Panama, still that elevated chance with some of those higher totals. Nicaragua, about a 40% chance of rain the next few days and a 30 to 40% chance the next couple days in Honduras. Mexico City, not much today. We're mainly dry. Pop-up storm for us tomorrow. Yucatan and Mexico, mainly dry. Hopefully a few more showers late in the week. Northern Venezuela, 30% chance again. Over toward Colombia, we have a higher chance. Bermuda, we're generally on the dry side today, and we are looking good. So 2 tropical waves right now in the Caribbean, but there's more that will be moving in that we'll track together, watching out for some of those areas of flooding and mudslides. No signs of development at this point. What are the reasons? Because of some of that wind shear, trending wetter later this month, even later this week. And I'm going to break that down in depth in tomorrow's video. We've got some more changes on the way. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you for subscribing. Have a good rest of your day.